Now at this point, you should have at least tried to install OBS. If it didn't succeed, that's okay. Take a look at whatever error codes you might have seen, look those up on Google, try to figure it out. It might take you a few days, a few weeks, a few months to figure it out. That's perfectly okay. Stick with it and you're going to be able to figure it out. OBS is going to be absolutely necessary for a lot of the techniques that we're going to use, so make sure you do have it eventually installed. Whatever help you need to get, whatever grit you need to have, whatever determination and perseverance you need to have, do it. Remember, you're applying to the top colleges in the world, so you will have to show your ability to overcome setbacks. If OBS is the first of those, great. That's how you're going to develop some of those skills. But let's say you've gotten OBS set up. You probably then you probably have something like this. And you might say, well, where am I? Why can't I see myself? Well, in order to see yourself on OBS, you're going to need to add a camera source. And so you see these different tabs and your layout might look different. That's okay. So I'm going to go to my sources tab, which I found. And let's say you couldn't see it. Feel free to look up here and see if you just look around till you see sources. It looks like it's under docs. Let's say yours is unchecked. Go ahead and check it. But let's say you have sources. Now I'm going to add a source. And the type of source that I need here is called a video capture device. That just means a camera. So I click on video capture device. And I don't really care what it's called. I'm just going to call it camera 1. And then I say OK. And it goes ahead and it's picked one of two cameras that I have. In this case, it's picked the capture card that I use for my camera. You pick the OBS virtual camera that I'm already using somewhere else, but actually this is what I want. I want to have the AverMedia capture card. This is the card that I use to connect my camera to the computer. Now, you might just have a regular Logitech style camera, then just pick that. Whatever your camera is, you should be able to recognize that. And what's amazing about this, so you just hit OK, and now I can start to tweak this feed. I can add filters and whatnot. You might see over here there's a little filters button, and I can add all kinds of effects and whatnot. And what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be adding an effect called a LUT, which stands for lookup table. And I'm just going to add one of the default LUTs. We're not going to use I'm going to show you in a later video how to make a LUT that's actually going to be good. But I want to show you what the idea of a LUT is. And so I might browse and look at the various default ones. These are the ones that OBS comes with. And I might just pick one. I might take something like this. And I'm going to lower, well, if I have it at full opacity, it looks insane. So I might just put a little bit of that. And it kind of creates a slightly different appearance. Now, is this something that's so worth it to do? No, I mean, this just looks a little kind of weird. But the idea of a LUT is it just kind of creates a certain kind of coloring. It's a way to make the colors look a little bit more, ideally more vibrant. Right now they just look more silly, but ideally more vibrant. And so in the next video, we're going to talk about what we use to create a LUT. I'm going to go ahead and turn this LUT off and just show you some various things you can do here with OBS. In addition to a camera, I could add maybe a text box. This is something that I often use in more kind of comical style, not a very serious debate, but more of a joke debate. I might use this text box and type in something like, he's wrong, while I'm not speaking. I mean, you can use it for kind of antics. Now, would you do this in a serious political debate? Absolutely not. It would be very juvenile. But if you're in a kind of more of a joking around type debate, you might want to do whatever you want. You can use these to create lower thirds and all kinds of things. You can import images. You can do all kinds of things with OBS. It's incredibly, incredibly powerful. Again, this is what I use to create the videos that we use, to create these videos, the videos in class. All of that comes from OBS, plus filters, plus add-ons, plus effects. We're not going to do every single thing in the universe. We're just going to work on one particularly powerful type of effect, and that's called the lookup table, or is often in slangily called the LUT, L-U-T. So this is the end of this video. Now we're going to introduce the next piece of, once again, free software. It's called DaVinci Resolve. Now, if you want to take a few days, a few weeks, whatever you want, play around with OBS, the sky is the limit. I mean, it's used for everything from streaming video games on Twitch to professional broadcasts. It's used for everything. It's so cool. It's so powerful. Have some fun with it. Go crazy. Come with your own crazy ideas. Do whatever weirdness. If you come with something exceptionally cool, let me know about it. Otherwise, just keep experimenting. Being an expert at OBS just by itself is valuable. But we're now going to talk about one particular tweak in the next video. We're going to talk about how we can create a LUT, which means a lookup table, using DaVinci Resolve.